If you ask me, this unconfirmed information is about to blow the roof off of General Hospital, and it involves a web of corporate sabotage, secret identities, and a family connection that no one, and I mean absolutely no one, saw coming. There is a behind the scenes possibility that the recent arrivals in Port Charles are not who they claim to be. We have all been watching the screen, taking things at face value, but there's a hidden agenda brewing. The insider buzz suggests that a massive confrontation is looming, one that will bring Carly Spencer to her knees and force her to reevaluate her entire past. We are talking about a secret so deeply buried that even the characters themselves are completely oblivious to it. Something about this feels deliberately obscured, like we are only seeing the tip of a very dangerous iceberg. Let me tell you, when this rumor finally plays out on screen, the shockwaves will be felt for years. Right now, everyone assumes they have the current canvas figured out. Most viewers believe that Dr. Tristan Roberts is simply a brilliant, somewhat arrogant new surgeon who was brought to town exclusively to clash with Britt Westbourne and cause some romantic friction in the hospital corridors. The obvious explanation seems to be that his entire purpose is tied to the medical staff. Similarly, everyone assumes that Hudson, the mysterious new business executive who just arrived in town, is solely focused on tracking down Ethan Levitt, or perhaps uncovering the truth about Delilah Wilson or Phoebe's biological father. Viewers have been led to believe that Hudson's agenda is strictly tied to the art gallery drama and Ethan's hasty retreat from Port Charles. Furthermore, most fans believe they understand the situation with Jasper Jax. The prevailing theory is that Jax simply decided to sail away on his yacht, disappearing into the sunset to avoid the chaos of Port Charles, and appointing his daughter Jocelyn Jax as the CEO of his massive corporate empire on a sudden whim. Even Jocelyn herself assumes this. She has been fiercely accusing her mother, Carly Spencer, of orchestrating this entire CEO appointment with Jax just to lure her away from her dangerous career in the WSB. The obvious explanation is that this is just another mother-daughter power struggle over Jocelyn's future. But what if we are looking at this completely the wrong way? What if that wasn't the real reason Jax disappeared? What if Jax's sudden departure on that sailboat wasn't a peaceful vacation, but a desperate flight for his life? There may be more going on here than a simple corporate handover. The unconfirmed information floating around suggests that Hudson is not just some random businessman looking for Ethan Levitt. What if Hudson is actually a high-ranking vice president or executive within Jax's own global corporation? The speculation is that Hudson came to Port Charles with a very specific, highly malicious goal: to manipulate Jocelyn Jax into formally accepting the CEO position. He wants her to sit in that chair, sign the documents, and take on all the legal liabilities of the company. But why? What if the situation is being manipulated from the shadows? The insider buzz points to a terrifying corporate trap. Hudson doesn't want Jocelyn to lead the company to success. He wants to set her up for a catastrophic fall. The rumor is that Hudson plans to force Jocelyn into unknowingly committing massive corporate fraud and insider trading. Once her signature is on those illegal documents, Hudson will corner her. He will threaten to hand the evidence over to the federal authorities, which would send Jocelyn to federal prison for decades, effectively destroying her life and her WSB career in one fell swoop. The only way out? Hudson will force Jocelyn to resign in disgrace and sign over total control and ownership of Jax's entire empire directly to him. This means Jocelyn would be legally paralyzed. Because she would be implicated in the insider trading, she wouldn't be able to sue Hudson or go to the authorities without incriminating herself. It is the perfect, foolproof blackmail scheme. And this brings us back to Dr. Tristan Roberts. What if Tristan isn't just a doctor? What if he knows exactly what Hudson is planning? The rumor mill suggests that Tristan is about to approach Carly Spencer with a revelation that will shatter her reality. He is going to expose Hudson's plot to steal the company and destroy Jocelyn. But why would a random new surgeon care so deeply about Jocelyn Jax and the fate of Jax's empire? We have to look at the different ways this could play out because the speculation is running wild. Possibility number one is that Tristan Roberts is actually a deeply embedded undercover operative perhaps working for a rival intelligence agency or a specialized corporate espionage unit. In this scenario, Tristan has been tracking Hudson's financial crimes across the globe for years. He only took the job at General Hospital as a cover story to get close to Jocelyn and Carly, knowing that Hudson would eventually descend upon Port Charles to execute his hostile takeover. Tristan stepping in to save Jocelyn would simply be him completing his mission to take down a white-collar criminal, making him an unexpected ally for the Spencer Jacks family. But another theory is far more personal. Possibility number 2 suggests that Tristan Roberts is actually Jax's secret son from a previous unknown relationship. In this version of the rumor, Jax kept Tristan a secret from everyone, including Carly and Jocelyn, to protect him from the dangerous enemies he made in the corporate world. Tristan, knowing his father's empire is under attack by a treacherous executive like Hudson, has come to Port Charles to protect his half-sister Jocelyn. He couldn't stand by and watch Hudson destroy the legacy his father built, so he drops his medical facade to intervene, revealing his true identity to a stunned Carly and Jocelyn and uniting the Jacks bloodline against a common enemy. However, there is a third possibility, and this is the one that has the insider circles absolutely buzzing with excitement. Possibility number 3 is that Tristan Roberts is the biological son of both Jax, and Carly Spencer. I know, it sounds impossible, but hear me out. What if, years ago, during one of Carly and Jax's many tumultuous periods, Carly was pregnant, but completely unaware, perhaps due to a medical anomaly or a situation where she believed she lost the child? What if Jax, for some highly complex and protective reason, discovered the truth, secretly secured the child, and raised Tristan far away from the mob violence of Port Charles and the chaos of sunny Corinthos? In this scenario, Carly has absolutely no idea that she has another living son. Jax carried this massive secret for decades, never able to confess the truth to Carly because of the danger it would put Tristan in. Tristan grew up knowing who his parents were, but was sworn to secrecy by Jack. He built a life, became a surgeon, and stayed away. But now, with Jax missing and presumed to be in grave danger, and his full biological sister Jocelyn being targeted by a ruthless predator like Hudson, Tristan has no choice. He cannot stay in the shadows anymore. He must approach Carly, look her in the eye, and reveal that he is her flesh and blood. This would explain his instant, fierce protective instinct over Jocelyn. But guys, we have to talk about the absolute darkest, most dangerous possibility of all. This is the theory that will keep you up at night. What if Hudson isn't just a rogue executive trying to steal a company? What if Hudson is merely the visible face of a massive, terrifying global villain network? We are talking about a syndicate far more dangerous than Jen Sidwell or the remnants of the Cassadine organization. This network doesn't just want Jax's money. They want his global infrastructure for international terrorism or human trafficking. And the most haunting part, Jax didn't just sail away on that boat. He was hunted down, captured, and is currently being held hostage and tortured in a black site halfway across the world. If this boldest theory is true, Hudson's plan to trap Jocelyn with insider trading is just the first step in a global takeover. Tristan's confession to Carly isn't just about family reunions. It is a desperate call to arms. Tristan reveals his true parentage because he needs Carly and Jocelyn to trust him implicitly, immediately. They can't go to the WSB because the WSB might be compromised by Hudson's network, just like they were with Ross Cullum. They can't go to the PCPD. Carly, Jocelyn, and Tristan will have to form their own secret underground rescue team. They will have to play Hudson's game, pretend Jocelyn is falling for the corporate trap, while secretly plotting a high-stakes, off-the-books international mission to find and rescue Jax before this villainous network executes him. I keep wondering whether Carly will even believe Tristan when he first drops this bombshell. Imagine the emotional whiplash for Carly Spencer. She has spent years mourning the tragic loss of her son, Morgan Corinthos, constantly terrified of losing Jocelyn to the dangerous world of the WSB. And now, a grown man stands before her, claiming to be the son she never knew she had, bringing news that her ex-husband is in mortal danger. It is almost too much to process. Will she embrace him? Or will she suspect this is just another one of Hudson's psychological games designed to break her down? Let's also think about Jocelyn Jacks in this scenario. Most viewers believe she is tough enough to handle anything the WSB throws at her. But facing down a ruthless corporate shark like Hudson, who has legally cornered her with insider trading documents, is a completely different kind of warfare. She has been pushing Carly away, demanding independence, and now she might find herself completely trapped, facing federal prison. The realization that her father didn't abandon her, but was actively trying to protect her before being captured, will shatter her. And suddenly, gaining an older brother in Tristan, someone who shares her blood and is willing to risk everything to save their father, will completely shift her perspective on family loyalty. She will have to rely on Carly and Tristan in a way she never expected. There may be more going on here than any of us can fully comprehend right now. If you ask me, the writers are setting up a storyline that will redefine the Spencer Jacks family dynamic forever. Is Tristan truly Carly and Jax's secret child? Is Hudson really the mastermind behind Jax's disappearance and this elaborate insider trading trap? Or is there another, even deeper layer of deception that hasn't leaked yet? This unconfirmed information is wild, and while it could be a complete misdirection, something about this feels hidden, deliberate, and incredibly dangerous. We will just have to keep our eyes glued to the screen, because if this rumor is true, Port Charles is never going to be the same.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.